Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to, we're in the last Monday of Thanksgiving. We're Thanksgiving week. We're the last Monday of November. That flew by. That flew by. That flew by. That means we've got 1 month from today is Christmas. 1 month from, let that sink in. 1 month from today is Christmas. So I said Black Friday late this year. Short shopping season, traditional shopping season. But come on, who are we kidding? We know people are already shopping. They've been shopping all year. So short week, that's what we're going to talk about today. If it's your first time here, a long time here, this is what I need from you. First up, share. We're still needing some more help with that. Probably through the end of the year, we're going to be shadow banned, I have a feeling, which that's why we're working on more of the processes on the YouTube side of things, the TikTok side of things, everywhere but Facebook. So we can continue to grow from there. So if you could be so kind, sharing is caring. We need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area. To be honest with you, kids are out of school. So I have no reason to know what the weather is outside because I'm not doing anything. But right now, I haven't taken the kids to school. So I'll look and see where we're at for it. And then we can go from there. What's in the cup? Coffee. Coffee rocking it. Ooh, it feels like it's 37 degrees outside. So yeah, chilly. And if I remember right, there's a chance of a storm coming like Wednesday. Yeah, and a high on Thanksgiving at 35. And then, over the weekend, highs in the 20s. No, sir, not down with that. I mean, I guess it will be December, so. Yeah, and then, what are your 5 things? All right, so I think I've got it narrowed down to 5 things that need to get done today. And I'm going to talk about this short week and how that affects certain things. We got DTF and UV-DTF that needs to get done today. Sticker order that needs to get printed out. We've got shirts that need to get done, and then I've got invoicing to do. I've been bad about invoicing. There's I got to get invoicing because I need to get paid. We need some money coming in because then there's order supplies, there's artwork approval, there's build stores, but those are the 5 most important things. So what are your 5 things that you need to do today? Let's check in. We'll see how people are doing this morning. And there is Sarah. Good morning. 44 and cloudy. Coffee in the cup. So much to do. So little time. That's this week. That is this week indeed. So ask a question for those that are out there listening, watching. What is your work schedule this week? Are you working at all this week? I know a good handful of people that they close this week. They close, that's their one. They close this week, and then they'll close the week between Christmas and New Year's, and that's kind of like their shop shut down. They have family in town. So they don't work a whole lot this week. Others, I know, working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then taking the 4-day weekend. Some will take Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, back in it on Friday, which that's going to be us. We're just going to have a light load on Friday. I know we'll do morning mindset because I don't think we have to shop. And then we'll talk about what's coming up after that. And then there's the other ones that are like, what do you mean? I'm working every day, working on Thanksgiving. And sure, that'll be us. I'll have some stuff to do on Thanksgiving that we'll go ahead and then schedule up, print out, do things like that. So we're working just lightly at the end of the week. What's your week look like this week? Barb, good morning. North Central Minnesota, 19 and snowy. Ready for that. Water in the cup, 5 things. 3D print power brick wall marks. Man, see, anytime I hear people saying, 3D print this, 3D, it's just making me more and more to say that would make a great investment just in content creation alone. I did some stuff with the laser this weekend, and so we're going to do some more with it. Something happened in one of my settings, totally ruined a cup wrap, and I think it was because the brain and tape measure didn't work together, and I ended up being short, but it was the same template. So I think something got crossed somewhere. I did some ornaments, tested out a few other things. Tested out how some MDF takes some paint, did not take it how I was hoping it would. So we're going to redo those and have those rock solid ready to go. Then we get more stuff coming this week because there's more content we need to create. And that's our goal for, probably that first quarter and start November. January 1st, we're looking at complete rebrand on the social media side of things. And that's one of the things that we do is, we have the retail side of things, then we have the wholesale side of things, but then we need kind of that social media side of things, which I'm not sure the best thing that the marketing side of things, the media side of things, I'm not sure the best thing to call that, but get all that in order for it. And we'll talk. I'm going to get through these, and then we'll talk about that and this week and how it all plays out. So hi, Sarah from Barb, and morning, Barb. Happy Monday. Darren, good morning to you, my friend. How are you doing? Hi, Darren. Jenny, morning. It's 48 cloudy, water in the cup. Sarah, that reminds me, I need to touch base, Jeff, about a 3D print idea I had. Ooh, very nice. Darren's got Mountain Dew with creatine, an emergency in the cup. Darren's going all out this morning. I'm on duty Thursday, Saturday, and Monday. So you do day off. I thought you did like 3 on, 4 off. Was that one, or 1 on, 2 off? Something crazy like that. Hi, Jenny from Barb. And Cindy, weather is graying, drinking a top speed. I don't think I know that one. Caramel apple energy drink from Kick. Oh, because it's from Kicksurf. 5 things: paint display, steam table covers, polish bracelets, assemble stands, print earring cards. Cindy, what show are you at this weekend? So I know I think that's the Friday thing. Greetings from Gray 50 Chicagoland, from Renee. Water in the bottle, coffee in the cup. Morning, everyone. It is gray. Like, I need more sun in my life. That is what I need. And this week, as we're planning stuff, there's 5 weeks left in the year. We got 4 weeks in December, right? I mean, well, the Christmas is a month away, so we're quickly coming up on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, like basically 5 weeks. 5 weeks left in the year. So, how did you do? How did your year this year compare to last year? Now, I've got to look at a multitude of things to see how that plans out, because we moved a lot of the retail, onto the level up side of things. So that's handling the retail. So our numbers as far as Fat Dad looks light, like really light. And that's when I have to realize that stuff moved over there. So that changed how things went. And then on the influencer side of things, we took on new partners, let go of old partners, moved some stuff around. So we got to go in and check and see how that is. But I think we'll be about where we were for last year. And I want to grow more than that, but we have that part of how much capacity can we bring on. And I think that's something that doesn't get talked about enough. People say, hey, I want these, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, which is great. Set those goals high, but how are you going to accomplish that along the way? Like, what are the steps that you're taking to it? Because you can't say, one of the great things, I guess it wasn't great, but one of the things from this weekend, is like my downtime can usually consist of watching stuff to do with the business, whether it's on the shirt side of it, whether it's on, mostly on the maker side of it, because I'm always interested in what is out there, what's trending, what people are doing, lasers, shirts, DTF, white toner, embroidery, 3D printing, all of it. And a lot of what I was seeing was, the reason that these people have, 6, 7 3D printers is because it's the time that stuff takes. So for instance, one aspect, one channel, we talked about the reason that they are now I think they have four printers, as they said, hey, one of these takes 26 hours to print. And so, it means the max that we can do for a week is 6. And that's it. That's the only thing that we can print. So we can't build up inventory. We can't build up anything else. We can only sell one product because it's of this. And that makes sense. So then they're looking at what are smaller things that they could sell to be able to do, to offer more into it. And that's the kind of thing. What's the bandwidth of it? You don't want to, hey, if they sold 100 of those, you're looking at, that's a third of the year to take printing of them. And if that's something that 100 of them, and it's only, $20, $25, $35, it's $3,500 in sales. It takes you 3 months to get. $14,000. That's what it's maxed out at. So looking at things like that, and it was the same way with embroidery. How long did something take to embroider? What could they do with it? How many? And they're like, this is why I have multiple single heads, because I'm able to run this job, and keep them all going. It's the same thing, we saw, 4 or 5 years ago, it was pre-COVID, but a lot of the cricket farms, and now we're not talking the creepy crawlers, talking the actual, cut vinyl things, because a lot of people were doing print cut stickers, things like that, and they'd have 6 or 7 of the cameos because they're getting them $200 a piece, $300, 6 times 3, 1,800. So it wasn't costing them a whole lot more than having like a graph tech, but they could print a lot more. That was way louder, but they knew going into it, hey, if we want to continue to do this, we've got to become efficient with it. So they did. And there's probably way more efficient ways to do it than that, but they saw a problem and that was their solution to it. So when we're setting these goals of what we want and how we want to do it, what is realistically, the numbers. And so over the years, what I found is for a single person who is producing everything themselves. So if you're on your own, you're producing everything yourself. The magic number, is roughly $150,000 to $250,000. You can do that in house, depending on your process, what you're doing, how you can make it from there. So that way, we'll be able to get a lot of those rocking, rolling, getting without being overstressed on things. Anything more than that 150, that's when you really should look at bringing in somebody else to help start sourcing out a lot of things, because it can get overwhelming, it can get difficult. So that's where you set goals. What's a realistic goal for a 1-person shop, a 2-person shop, a 5-person shop? Let's go a 5-person shop at $150 per person. That's what, $750,000, right? Yeah, 3/4. So, what can you do? There's things to think about and consider. And so we're setting those goals for what we need to do next year. We got to put a clear path on how we want to build stuff and what we want to do. But a lot of it comes down to the content creation side of things that we need to do. And Cindy says, I moved into the QCCA Expo Center on Wednesday for Quad City Christmas Arts Craft Show. Show runs all weekend. I set up over 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday. Well, I'm pretty sure we'll have to stop down and see you down there. And then when are you doing the Bend? The Bend is next weekend. When is the Bend? I have to remember that. Congrats, Sarah from Jerry. And Jerry asked Cindy, is that a good show? I think that one is a good show. Jane S., you just got here. You just got here? We just got here. You're not super late. I mean, I have been rambling for a little while, but no, you're not super late. What's your schedule look like this week? Jeanette's got her stuff. You get your stuff Friday, right? You get it Friday, Saturday? And I got to look and see if we've got the rest of the stuff switched up, put up on the store. I thought we did, but I'm going to look at that this morning. Hi, Renee, Tim, and Cindy from Barb, and Janessa. Hey, from Renee, and hi, Barb from Renee. So this week is going to be busy on this front end because time restrictions on the back end. Some people said, hey, we want stuff on Friday. I'm like, listen, if you want stuff on Friday, then we need to do, expedient shipping, production on Monday, Tuesday at the latest, so we can overnight it to you and you have it on Wednesday. Because if you need it on Friday, even though we overnight something on Wednesday, if your delivery, some UPS doesn't come till 4 or 5 o'clock on Friday, then you still have time to get it. They're like, oh, I didn't even think about that because of the holiday, which as a business owner, a lot of times we forget about holidays. We know that the holidays are there, but we're just not thinking, on production schedule wise. The same thing that comes when making the, what's the word I'm looking for? Our order supplies. When are you going to order your stuff? How long does it typically take to get here? Will it be here before Thanksgiving? Will it be here after? When do you need stuff? I have to order stuff today, so that way it should ship out tomorrow, and then I should have it. They're usually a 1-day ship, so I'll have it on Wednesday. So we got to look at those types of things. Short weeks throw things off. Like this week, our entire schedule is wonked up because kids don't have school. So it throws my morning off because traditionally in here, between 5 and 6, and then I know 7:30, take the kids to school, and we're back in here at 8, and so that gives me time to, refill on coffee, do whatever, and then get into it. We don't have that, then I just kind of like have to remember, hey, here's your normal schedule, you got stuff to do, hey, I've got this, remember to go do it. That's something else is that practices have got moved around this week. So we'll have different days for basketball practice. We have basketball tournaments this week. We have our hitting coach, since our hitting coach is a teacher. They're out of school this week, so he's like, hey, we can do something extra during the day. So we've got that plan. And then our normal mentorship stuff, those are still scheduled there. So trying really to keep things in order and keep things in line while still trying to get stuff done. It's not a big ask, but it's something that needs to be done every week. It's just one of these things that we know that when things happen, when things come up on holidays, because then after this, when we look at it, we've got Christmas is on a Wednesday. So like that week, Christmas Eve on Tuesday, Wednesday, Christmas, what are people taking off that week? I know a lot of people that take off that whole week and then that following week, and they'll go back to work on the 2nd. So they'll take those, 7 days off. I know other ones are going to take that Monday because they already get 24th or 25th. They'll take the Monday for an extended week there. So it's, what do you want? How do you want to do that? Pay attention to your days. Pay attention when you need stuff. I'm looking at the calendar of everything that we've got scheduled up here, and it's looking pretty busy, which is a good thing. I like it. We could always be busier. We've got our Black Friday stuff going on, so make sure to take advantage of that. That goes through Monday. Yeah, it's going to go through Monday, so make sure to take advantage of those deals with it. Janessa's got Spark in the cup, water with electrolyte. Last day of the job till next week. Yeah, here's another one. Working today and the rest of it off, right? Hey, Renee. And yes, I got my stuff on Friday. Make sure to post pictures. I got to make sure to get better about that, about telling people that. And Cindy said, it is a good show. I have a bouncer in front of my booth, and it's roped off until the show starts. People come to the show still on Black Friday, shopping highs. It gets crowds waiting to open shop. Yeah, it does. I remember when we used to, I remember when Black Friday shopping was actually like Black Friday shopping. And, that was pre-COVID, and it was probably the 2 years, probably the last, what do you think the last real Black Friday was? 18, 17? Somewhere around there, because it was before they started doing Thanksgiving. So when they moved Black Friday and started opening stuff on Thanksgiving night, Thanksgiving afternoon, it totally threw everything off, because then there was no more 5:30, 4 o'clock in the morning type deals, because everything was starting on that Thursday. So it took the family out of it. You hurried up, you ate at 1, 2 o'clock, and then you went and could go get lines. And it just was like, that was not fun for it at all. Being able to go out and do it, because there was a couple times where we did on Thanksgiving, because for us we had we did the mall location, and they opened on Thanksgiving night. You didn't have to, but they did. And so right after 6 o'clock they had a Mr. Thanksgiving free Thanksgiving meal that community put on, and then that was over at 6, and that's when the mall opened up, and then it was open. And so for us, we did 6 to 10 that we were open on Thanksgiving night, and it did okay. It wasn't great. The mall wasn't what it was, and even then, some of the stuff didn't happen until 5 o'clock in the morning. Fun fact: after midnight, then I think it was 1 o'clock is when Chick-fil-A opened up, so we could get Chick-fil-A in the middle of the night, which is always awesome. But to go out, shop, do everything there, it just kind of took around from it, and now I think it's slowly getting back to it. But even now, it's not built up like how it was. Why? Because they can do everything online. They can offer you those same deals online at a way less overhead to them to do. So that's what we got there. Hello, Jerry. Good morning to you. Hello, Janessa. Good to see you. I'm happy for you, Cindy. That's great. It is a good show. Brian says 2017, because then it was online, and 5 times and the 5 times were sales at Target and Walmart. Yeah, it was Walmart, Target, Best Buy, Kohl's, for us. And like we go back and we look, because of how our little in Moline, the way that was with the John Deere corridor, and at end of it, you had Menards, and you had Farm Fleet. Now we'll still go in Menards every Black Friday because dog beds are ridiculously cheap. So that's our thing. And then as you came back, you've got into where Walmart was, and what the hell else there? Walmart, Lowe's, Marshall's, and some other stuff that was there. And then you'd come the next intersection over, and that's where the mall was. And surrounded by the mall was Best Buy and Toys R Us. And then you get the next intersection over, and that was Hobby Lobby. I don't remember. I don't know the one name of the store here. Dress Barn, maybe. I don't. Maybe Dress Barn. And then Target and Kohl's, and that was like kind of the corridor that was right there. So everything was right in there, and it was like you'd start at one end, two ends, and it would seem like you'd meet at the mall in the middle, and it was great. Now, yeah, they've been doing stuff all year, which I will say that one of the things I suggest everybody getting, if you haven't, is look at the Walmart Plus thing. It's half off for this holiday season. We use the hell out of it. You get Paramount Plus free with it. You get a bunch of discounts at other places, and hey, I can order something from Walmart and it's here in like 3 hours. I don't have to deal with anything. So that's what you got for it. Friend buys kitty litter on Black Friday because of the sales. I'm telling you, it's some of those weird things they get, like us as dog beds. They'll have them for under $10. They usually last 2-3 months for it, but if we can go over there and buy 10 dog beds and that's it for the year, I mean, it's not bad at all for it. Sean, good morning. All coffee in the cup, 56 degrees there in North Dallas. 5 things: work on growing my YouTube channel, love it. What are we doing on your YouTube channel? Making items for big December 7th holiday market, pick up wood, and content creation. I love the content creation. Now, are you setting up a plan with it? Like, here's what I'm doing, here's what I'm working on. That's what we're in the midst of planning this stuff out for next year, going into it, trying to be way more consistent with it. We'll do our live shows 3 times a week. We need to have a standalone video drop at least once a week. And you never know, Tuesday with Todd may come back. And you never know, Brian may decide that he wants to start a podcast, and we got to hop there and do that. So content creation will be king. We have to build up our TikTok following. I've got to, that's number 1 on the goal, so that way we can go live on there. So we can take Morning Mindset live there. So we can set up cameras like yesterday when we did a laser wrap. It took an hour, 9 minutes. That's just a live video of just a camera, and it can just sit and watch that, right? So looking in at doing things that way, and that's what we're going to be pushing with it for. And Jerry said, our dog goes from Costco's, and it's working on 4 years now. About 39-ish. Love Costco. The reason our dog beds don't last, they decide to eat them. One, you'll get a hole, eat on the corner, and then let's pull the stuffing out of it, and then it's just tossed away. Now, the other one was our old dog, Peyton. So, I don't think we'll go through them nearly as much, but, she was an old dog, and she may have had some accidents on her bed, and then it was just, we're not washing it, we're just throwing it out and getting a new one. So, haven't had to do that, since she's been gone, but it's part of it. What I mean, Jerry, the king of printing is here. Hey, Brian. Yeah, Brian is here. Brian sent me some fun stuff over the weekend. Usually it's always on Sunday. It has to do with football and Bears and how bad they suck. And man, like yesterday, see, like 2 weeks in a row, just on the cusp of it. We're right there, with where we should have beat Green Bay. We missed a field goal. Decided to come back and, take Minnesota to overtime, and that didn't work our way. Now on Thanksgiving, we've got Detroit, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to pull this off. I think, it's going to be a Thanksgiving miracle, and I think we're going to pull it off. My gut tells me that that's what we're going to do is pull that off. So interesting there. So Tim, be prepared for that loss this Thursday, because that's what I feel is going to happen. Seriously, we got the canine ballistic beds with the metal frame. They're chew proof, but they have been the only ones that have lasted. So we've tried a lot of the chew proof stuff. Yeah, Reggie's destroyed it all. He just gets crazy with it. So I'm not even trying it. So it was a decent game. It was a decent game. Come back overtime is always good. We're just right there. Now we're to the point where, hey, just keep it so that we're there. We're looking good. We're moving in the right directions. We don't have to win out, and we can just get another draft pick and pick up some offensive linemen to help out with protection. We can pick up. We can. It's rebuilding. Not even worried about it. All right. So we'll be here Wednesday. We'll do this Wednesday. We'll do this Friday. Crossing fingers, I think so. The rest of this week, we're going to be busy. There's a lot of content creation things I need to do. But in order for that to happen, I need to get some of this other stuff done. You never know what's going to end up here at Christmas time. Could be 3D printer, could be embroidery machine, could be a new UV printer. It could be a new DTG. There's a lot of stuff that could still end up here throughout the rest of this year that would make great content creation. And that's what we're looking at going into next year, is then each one of those having its own playlist, so it's easy to create content for it. So we're working on it. If anybody knows me personally, this month and next month are kind of like my down months. December, Thanksgiving, anytime through the holidays, I just kind of get a little more, drawn back. I just think I get stressed out over it, and you just try and be a people pleaser and make everybody happy, and it doesn't always work out that way. So I dread November and December, even though it's my birthday month. I still we'll just get through this. So almost through November, almost through it, and then we can get through December, and things should get back to normal. But man, there's just so much. No, Barb, it's not going to be all of it. It's not going to be everything that's listed above, unless we have a hell of a month to finish off this month and next month, and I need to buy some stuff. That won't be all of it, but I mean, it could be. When you look at what you can get the Epson, you can get the Epson DTG DTF for $8,000. You can get the Epson UV flatbed, $8,000. You can get an embroidery machine, $6,000 to $8,000. Lasers, $2,000 to $8,000. So maybe I don't need to buy anything. I really don't. It's the Lord of Printing, Jerry, not the King. That is right. Lord of Printing. What's the difference between a Lord and a King? Lord is my savior, the King and I. What do I got there? Thanks, Sarah. I appreciate it. We do anytime. It's just a funky time of year. That's all it is. It's just a funky time of year. So with that, I'm going to get to work. We've got our mentorship call that starts here in 30 minutes. If you're not a member there, go ahead and check out the little thingamajigger down here, patreon.com/fatdadmc. We will get you in over there. Next up, there's going to be name changes all the way around. That's what we're working on for it. We'll be back Friday. So until then, peace, love, press on. We'll see you next time. Oh, no, I got to forget now it's a 2-button thing. No, we're 2-button thing.